Hey guys, welcome back to another Ramen Toy live stream with me, Ace. Impromptu live stream today. As you can see, I just got back to my home base, back in the studio, and I thought that we should just do a bit of a catch up because lots of things have gone on. And hey, Laser Pants, Sam Newsman, my Nix, thanks for joining me on this very impromptu stream. Let me know if you guys are hearing me okay, if the audio is good, and if the video is good, because I'm actually having the VPN on and that always upsets the streaming. Let me know, guys. Sam Newsman, right? Thanks for joining. The Newsman and Ryan Laserpants, thank you. You'll be listening in. Thank you so much while you're at work. Hope it doesn't really bother you too much. All clear, all right. Ellen Mansuto, all good. Thank you so much for joining, man. All right. All clear. That's so nice. So nice, guys. Okay. The Titan, the hardest working cyborg in the business, maybe. I am using a Sony. Um, let's see. Hold on. It's the camera. It doesn't matter. The camera is a Alpha. Oh yeah, it's the Z. I got to get back to you on that one because I sort of forgot what it is. It's supposed to be the ZV1, the next generation, the MK2 version. I'll send you a message, Ryan, and the lens is actually one of those f1.4 from Sony. So yeah, it's yep. I'll let you know, man. I'll send you the whole shebang, and you can probably also see if you can get it from your local, what you might call it. Is it Walmart or Target or Amazon? Thanks, Julian, for joining. By the way, Julian here is our resident sculptor at Ramen Toy, and he has been doing a fantastic job ever since the 80s Commanders, Quicksilver, Monstar, you name it, um, rafts, the armored vehicles, your antagonist cyborg, your land drone, everything. Kudos to Julian. So yeah, that's the man right there. Jeff W, thanks for joining. Looking good and sounding great. I'm with my little bit of not wearing the ramen t-shirt today, just UN Spacey, just hanging out a little bit because I've just got back from Shanghai and just want to go through some of the stuff with you guys. Jim, thanks for joining. Thank you so much. The last time, obviously, we were moving around both in Malaysia and in Shanghai with the gimbal. It's not easy to sit down and just concentrate on the comments and then give you guys the due time to answer your questions, your messages, and so on. So hopefully, I'll do it. I'll do that tonight without too much issues. All right. Tigro Carbonite, enjoy the updates. Thank you so much. Uh, Andre de Jong, almost supper time here in Holland, and really enjoyed the Wonder Festival video. Yeah, the Festival video is obviously not using this camera, so the video would not be as clear, and it's always difficult to get the clearest streaming service with a mobile plan. But I guess there is something that is available on in the market that is really expensive. It's called the Live U. It's a little box that I can actually have and put in the SIM card, and then that actually provides me with very clear reception, almost like a TV network doing a live event. But that is a very expensive device, and I guess it heats up really fast. But if we have one of those, then bringing to you, live broadcasts with clarity, with video would be the most ideal case. But of course, that is something to look forward to in the future if we ever had a chance to go over there. All right, Thomas O'Mani, O'Mahony, actually. Thank you for joining. Let's see, we got you're here for Mask, not Mask News. Yeah, we'll probably cover some of those as much as I can. Confirm on the good quality of video. I was apprehensive because I'm not sure if I should actually remove the VPN or just have it on, because the VPN actually do upset the streaming, but it's good that it's coming through good. And we have Arthur as well. Thank you so much for joining. We have Oscar Morales, hugs from Chile. And I'm not sure if we can actually be shipping to Chile. I've been obviously juggling around, the team has been juggling around with, shipping out products to certain areas that seems to be restrictive, prohibitive. And I think Chile might be one of those countries. So I'm not sure what we can do at the moment, but we will definitely keep on seeing what we can do, right? Maybe it could just be a case of unable to ship, then our sincere apologies. Maybe finding another reseller that does ship to your country would be the best, or your area. But in the meantime, there's so much to cover that sometimes it just pains me that we can't actually reach out to the people who are supporting us. Grant, hello for joining. Thank you so much. Peggy Zero Dad, keeping up the good work. It's actually 12 midnight now here in China, and I just had a nap after getting back from Shanghai this morning, and I just thought that with the previous outings that I had to Malaysia and then to Shanghai, I thought that sitting down, let's look at the comments, let's chat with you guys would be a pretty good thing for me, because I'm obviously now awake and lots of things on my mind. So just want to reach out and maybe have a chat with you guys. Hopefully that's all good. Wayne, thank you so much for joining as well. Good job on the Marshall. Thank you so much. Evil Genius, let's get some Macross and Robotech stuff. Not really. I will get to that in just a bit, but I don't think that Macross and Robotech stuff is quite on our agenda. KJ Smith, welcome, sir. Arthur Yole, you can't wait to get your van fit with the Ramen Racer. That's great. That's great. Looking forward. And Kato in the house, of course, much thoughts and prayers and concerns goes out to those affected with the hurricane in those parts of the U.S. Seen some devastation. So our thoughts goes out to everybody who's affected. Hopefully everything gets sorted out really soon. Ryan, you are awesome as well. And yes, my next hit that like button as usual. For some reason, it's a customary thing to do. Tony Horton, what's good? What's good, sir? Um, just got your ramen racer from a Ruben. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. 3-star draw, listening from work. Thank you so much. David Simpson from Kentucky. Hello, sir. And Oswaldo says hello. Action Hank. Marking line on hold. Not exactly. It's actually in progress. And Ryan can't wait for the orders. Thank you so much. I hope that I'm actually broadcasting okay now, because I'm seeing some issues with the connection. Isaac, love all the work from the team, and fingers crossed that we'll get to the kit from Knight Rider. We'll see. We'll see. We've got something done, but we'll see how it actually transpires. And any other iconic vehicles in the pipeline past kit? Lots of things to do, guys. Hey, Luke. Good morning. Thank you for joining. Victor as well. Good day to you. Pasono 777, always good to have you online. Darren Williamson says hello. And Edward Biden, I hope I got that right. Baden, Keep doing the great work, and thank you so much as well. Uh, July Dodson, crystal clear to you. Thank you so much. Mark Davis from Wales. Thank you so much, Mark, for joining. Raymond, I couldn't afford the braid van, so I couldn't pre-order it. No worries. I mean, it's definitely not any obligation to get anything. Just being here is great enough as a fan, as a supporter. So thank you so much. Keep up the wonderful work from Darren. We have Mr. 767267. Thank you for liking the videos, and we had a okay time in Shanghai. I'll be talking about that in just a bit. William Smith, same William Smith in the chats as I think I saw. Eddie Rojas, what's up? What's up? You can call me VG. Okay, so Mr. 76767 is VG. Got it. I'll try to keep that to memory. Joel, the marshal arrived today. Lovely item and looking forward to his trusty steed. Yes, the marshal obviously sculpted by Mr. Luke Wakeford, who was previously mentioned in the chat. And we are also working on getting the 3.0 out as soon as possible. And I think also recently we were getting some information about the possibility of linking us up with the actual Brave Star license. So look into that as well. It's just an initial mention, so just mentioning it. Ron Austin finally opened one of my ramen races. Looking forward to the metal black version. Really want that all black interior. Thank you, Ron. Appreciate it. Kenneth Tan, when will we see the actual Raider vehicle? Um, we have actually sent off the Raider to a YouTuber who will get it soon. And then once he gets it in hand and does his thing, then you can actually get his opinions on the Raider pre-production piece. It's not the actual piece. We've given some notes to the reviewers that this piece that they're having is not yet the final article that you'll get in the mail once we're done sorting out some stuff. So, but at least they can get an initial impression and then give their thoughts. And hopefully, there will be a promo code with the channel so that it gives people who were maybe on the fence or not ready to commit during the early bird yet one more chance to get it at a discounted price versus right now all the vans are currently back up to normal retail price because the early bird promotion is already over. All right. Cody, thanks for the joining the stream. And it's your sixth ramen toy item. Wow, thanks so much. Really appreciate it. I mean, really appreciate all you guys, right? And that's why I'm here to make the stream because obviously I need to address some things which I'll be doing in just a bit. But again, everybody is so valued, and you know, having this 1,000, I think we definitely have 1,000 people that we are servicing with, maybe a single order, a repeat order, a six order, right? So we definitely appreciate everybody, and it is really a challenge for someone like myself and my team to be in contact in service of that many individuals. Okay, so I mean, even if you have a little stall that you have like a shop, you may come across 20, 30, maybe 100 people, but having 1,000 people that really brings things up a notch. And I guess I would really hate for the day where I can no longer be addressing everybody like this, because maybe it is just overwhelming, you know. And so why not just do it now when that's the time? Okay, I'm not saying that there will be the day for sure. Don't be ahead of myself, but we do want to grow. And as it is right now, I'm just saying that it's currently pretty wow. It's like wow that we are doing 1,000 people, servicing all these supporters and customers and fans. Is great online, but as we keep on growing and we want to grow, who knows? Maybe we'll be stagnant with what 1,000 guys of you guys, or maybe we'll grow. But like I said, when that day comes, I really hate it that I might not be able to address everyone like this, because everybody's important. That's the reason why I'm actually going to be talking about something to prevent any misunderstanding, right? So thank you, Cody. All right, so what's up, Vex and Toys, who has been giving super chats and great directions on what to look for at Wonder Festival, which I did my best to cover, and really it was not easy. I mean, I could have gone on with a well equipped, battery charger charging the gimbal and the phone, but again, it was not easy. All right, it was not easy, but not impossible. Just that it was not easy. Okay. Yeah. So the video froze for a moment. Yes, and I hope that it does not happen again. Daniel Key, love the Marshall, such a good figure overall. Hope to see more coming in this line. Yes, we are definitely looking forward to making more figures that Luke would have his own ideas to design. Then there's obviously so many characters that we can actually make from this line. So let's keep at it. Anything about PowerCon 2025 from Mark 44 Prime? No, I've not yet heard anything about PowerCon 2025, but we are actually looking forward to being there. Do I did I visit Bras Basah recently? Yes, I was there recently. I believe the 26th of September, because I went there to pick up the standees that we made for the show in Malaysia. So that was the only time I was there. Wrong. I actually went up to the art friend to pick up a pastel chalk. So that was my time in Bras Basah. I went to art friend to pick up a pastel chalk, paid for the pastel chalk, went downstairs to get the standee foam board standees for the show in Malaysia. Did you see me there? Hey, Gary, thanks for joining. Thank you so much. We will be needing that phantom foil sticker artwork really soon, because we are definitely very close to sending out the phantom foil. So hopefully you can help us with that. Yeah, so Gary is making all the beautiful packaging for us thus far, and amidst his busy schedule, we are looking forward to him also making the art box for the revs, right? The vans that's coming really soon. All right. um Onrich, Henrich Hoffman, thank you so much for joining. And again, thank you for the well wishes. The Gadies Toys, Marshall is out for delivery. Vex, what's up? Thank you so much for joining. Aaron J. Henderson, love the current offers. Got the pre order scene. Any interest in doing aircraft in the future? Yes, we are. In fact, I myself am an aircraft enthusiast. Making aircraft in the future is something that is a conundrum, because when you want to make an aircraft, you want to make it, at least for me, to make it accurate. And when it's accurate, it's big. And when it's big, it's expensive, and expensive to ship. And I'm sure you guys are thinking about 118 scale or 112 scale. So it's going to be really big. So we don't know, because of the fact that it is big, how do we actually make an aircraft that is reasonably sized. So I'm going to be putting on the thinking caps to see what we can do. But definitely, aircraft is something that I would love to tackle. In fact, we already have something in mind, just not 112 scale, but 118. And hopefully, I think I mentioned it before that if everything comes to pass, we'll be able to actually have this soon in like 2026. Shelf presents. I early bird the racer. Thank you so much. Early the ref. Can't wait to see what's next. And thank you so much for all these love and support and putting in the orders for the early birds. Thank you so much. You got the not brave star. Yeah, great. I mean, it's fantastic that you guys can see the progression that we're making on our figures. We're always looking to kaizen and make sure that we are always making it good. And during this trip to Wonder Festival, myself looking at the amazing products and creations from all these other creators really puts you in a place that these guys are just the superstars of making figures. Okay, they really, really, again, with all due respect, uh, are making it. Maybe they're not aiming for the mass market, right? Because of the level of detail they're putting in, and the amazing thing is that I think they can offer it at a pretty decent price as well. So a lot of things for us to consider, how we're gonna structure our future products, current products, to be as competitive as possible. We need to look at all avenue streams, all um, basically everything, down to the factory, down to cost and making the quantities, everything. It's not just as simple as just making it and hoping to sell, but it's a whole plan, how to get it with the different distribution points to gather up the numbers and then thus bringing the cost down, etc., etc. So a lot of stuff, guys, a lot of stuff. Linwood King, good morning. Love the Marshall. Can't wait for 3-0. Yes, and we are definitely getting at that. I'm definitely watching the time to see if I'm at the comments. Thank you so much. We are um we're on it. We are humbled that you guys feel that we are having the impact, and we're just doing what we want to do with all transparency and wholehearted devotion to the craft, and always learning from what we see to be better and then incorporating it in. Some people might say it's copying. Well, if that's the word you want to use, then we are all copying. We're all copying from a master. We're all learning from the teacher. When the teacher is in school teaching us stuff, we are copying, right? We are always copying the good stuff, isn't it? We are learning from examples, right? So that's what I feel. All right. Okay. I think I need to move to a bit of, let's see. Just continue with the comments, right? I don't want to miss anybody out. Got the brave figure and all the red van. Can't wait for the white shop to arrive. Yes, we're actually already shipping the particular white car. Again, I'm not. Again, it's not like something that we want to be parading out right now, but hopefully it's a surprise that you get it in the mail. Like, oh, I got it. You know. So yeah, we've mentioned it that we were in progress of hitting the delivery date second quarter. I was in Vegas in May, which was second quarter. I spoke to some corporation in May, and as much as I was trying to be transparent about it, apparently I'm not supposed to talk about it. So uh learn the lesson, and we are still in negotiations, even though it's quite obvious that the matter at hand has been proceeded with another company, but it does not mean the end of what we're talking, right? Because we're talking two different things. The other entity is probably making rehash, and then we are making new products, all right? And making new products that could even be also the new skill that we mentioned before that was met with some backlash because we suddenly went 118, right? So not to worry, right? Not to worry. It's all coming together. Just need to trust the process, and stick to the plan. It's an inside joke. Um, so we have Ermax 3D says that he's not a fan, but for what I read about, people want another batch of the general Lee. Is that possible? We are definitely looking into this, and we need to pace ourselves because we are currently just putting out another batch of the ramen racer for those who have missed it. And I've explained why we did it, because it is definitely not to devalue the people who have bought the first ramen racer. This ramen racer is different, and as you can see, there's no early bird for this, and it's definitely still lower than the eBay prices that's available on eBay. So this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to, provide the product to those who want it and who are saying that it's too expensive now on eBay. So yeah, let's give it to you in a different way, that's not eBay prices, and yet we will not do the early bird because of so many reasons. All right. And then with that said, again, the General Lee, we do not actually have that fantastic of a number of sales. So to put that back for a rerun, we are not confident about what the result would be, and we don't want a case of us not having enough orders and then having to not do the product because the numbers are just so small, plus many other factors. So we will see, because we're still not sure what would be the reaction if we just straight out call it a General Lee versus a Tiger Orange, and then saying that if you want stickers or no stickers. No, we're just going to do straight out the thing. But again, we're not sure what is the ramifications. So it's still in discussion. And until we can come to a consensus, we are not currently offering that particular version yet. All right. But we are definitely listening and seeing how we can do it. Alexis recently ordered a ramen ref and have it sent to the USA because I put my Puerto Rico address. Okay. Yeah. So we don't ship to Puerto Rico. But if you have a US address, I think we can definitely do that for sure. And again, the reason for not shipping to Puerto Rico is, again, the logistics, not having a straight route to Puerto Rico, and the pricing is just quite ridiculous from what I can understand. Okay. So hopefully that helps you out if you have a um, address in the US. If I actually read that right, but they reject that address. Oh, okay, maybe I didn't read right. So they reject that address. Maybe could you please, Alexis, just email us at sales@ramentoy.com to ask my colleague who is handling shipping, because I don't actually know what this issue might be. So I can't explain it right now, or I can't answer you right now with a clear answer. So please do email us. Um, I do know that we don't ship to Puerto Rico, but if you have an address that is not there, then we can do it. Otherwise, yeah, if it's a Puerto Rico address, then we can't do it right now. So, but I don't know, if we have to ship it to you, maybe it's to a US address, right? Or that's what I can say, man. I don't really have the answers right now, My apologies. Really apologize. D3, what's up? Was there any news on the Rocket Toys at Wonder Festival? So I don't know who is Rocket Toys, so I can't comment on that. When would the Hunter tank go into production? We are actually starting tooling as we speak. And the reason why we have only recently started tooling is because we have gone through a lot of, again, revisions to make it better than the prototype. Same thing happened with the ramen racer. We did the ramen racer while we were trying to, before the tooling phase, we actually improved on many aspects of the product that I've shared on Facebook. So same thing here, no different. The prototype was shown at Joe Fest, but it lacked a few elements, and we corrected those elements, and we're currently going into tooling, and then the production would be when I give you guys the updates. All right. Chris Thompson, thank you so much for the time taken to review a product. We always understand that making a video is not easy, putting it together, editing stuff. So we definitely appreciate what you're doing, and we are glad that you are happy with the product. Okay, Raymond. So please tap and show the team that they love. Thanks so much, Raymond. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Wu Tail, longtime supporter from a fellow Singaporean. Great. Thank you so much. Also, a mass fan awaiting patiently for the Great White. Hope to see more projects of Makina. Yes, Great White is shipping now, and we are looking at developing Makina as our own unique IP, and we'll see how it goes from there. All right. Is Asian Scully still happening? We really don't want to touch too much to infringe on Disney stuff. And again, Agent Scully wasn't happening because I was not satisfied with the way the head is going to be lit up. So we're still working on it. I mean, you've heard me say this a few times, but we are still working on it. There's lots of stuff on the plate, and let me see if we can get a resolution to this particular project before the end of the year. All right, let me see what we can do to give you guys a closure. Willito Prime, good morning. Everything is well. Yes, the Great White is shipping, and that is what we are doing right now. Thank you so much. Clay Turk, send a message to your company on Facebook Messenger. Do you actually get those? Yes, we actually get those, but it's all answered by me, and I don't have the bandwidth to actually answer everything. And if it's order related, then I get my guys to come in to look at the messenger message. I would answer all messages in regards to product information. So if you have something you're asking about the product, any questions at all about the product, the answers you'll get is from me. If there's anything that you're asking about orders, tracking numbers, shipping, is not answered by me. It will be deferred to my colleague who's handling the topic at hand, which actually leads me to actually go and talk about what I want to talk about. So, um, if I may just sidetrack a little bit, I want to just present my screen and talk a little bit about this particular thing. I believe it's, hold on. Okay, so I think it is this one. I think it's this one. I think it's this one. Yes, okay. So I'm just gonna do a highlight here on this next. Okay, while I remove Clay's message. Yeah, no apologies at all about the lengthy question, because it is a legit question, and that's why we're here to answer it. Okay, so I just had a little exchange with Mr. Jason Fain on Facebook, and you guys can go check it out. Again, I'm not trying to create any drama. Rather, I'm trying to explain myself, and also maybe Jason can also hear my explanation. So he was basically saying that he never received a reply from any email that he has ever sent. So again, the reason why I am concerned is because I value each and every person's message. Of course, I do not know the person, so I do not know if the person is actually, for lack of a better word, a hater or a troll or something. So I do not know who is writing the message. But of course, I can counter check with the system, which is what we did. Okay. But like I said, I do not actually care, or I do not see with biased eyes that this could be somebody that is trying to be abrasive. I do not. I'm looking at the concern, and I value every concern such that I have to reply it to make sure that the person is taken care of. So when somebody says that they have never received any replies from anything that they have sent, is a concern for me, because that's not how we treat customers. We would want everybody to receive a reply. But because we have only one person handling hundreds, if not thousands, of emails, which I've just mentioned earlier, that we have amassed at least 1,000 customers. So one person handling hundreds of emails is actually quite overwhelming. Of course, you will say, let's hire more people to answer the emails, but it's not as simple as that. Okay. We don't want to be hiring people and giving you boilerplate replies. Thank you, sir, for your email. We will get back to you as soon as we can. Send. Thank you, sir, for your email. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. Send. Rather, why not? Don't type, just copy and paste, right? So we're not looking for robots. We're not going to spend money and hire robots to address emails. In fact, addressing emails is something that requires skill. It requires empathy. It requires it's a full-time job to answer emails. And unfortunately, we have only one person answering emails. And we currently do not have any other candidate who is able to have the intelligence to look at an email and answer it in a way that the inquirer would want a response. Again, we're not looking for those boilerplates replies. We want to address your concern as soon as possible. So if it's about tracking number, which we have, then we'll give you a standard reply of please wait while we get the number to you. But when you have other concerns like I'm missing an item here, I'm missing a part there, this is not working, then we need to record your issues, right? It has to be recorded, it has to be replied, and then it has to be processed so that we can get you that replacement and fix your issue. So when Jason is talking about no replies from us, I immediately ask my team, right? So why are you not replying, Jason? And of course, I have received the confirmation from my team that, you know, Jason actually did not send any emails that we can check, meaning that when we check the system, we were not able to find any emails from Jason. So that's why I replied that we have never received any emails, and hence we never replied. All right. So again, before this is mistaken as trying to take somebody out to make an example and shaming the person. No, I'm trying to use this as a case study to explain. In fact, I'm talking to Jason right now because we have to clarify the matter. Okay, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Just quickly go through it and then just close the case. All right. As you can see there, if I can just put this again in a bigger form, you'll see that at the end, he said that he emailed 2 times regarding the keg set with no reply, and emailed 3 times about the break car. And then he was curious, how would I know that it is him when his email address does not have his name on it? Okay, so very simply, we can check the system. All right. So when we check the system for his name, we can actually see his email address. And I must apologize. Okay, let me just apologize because what I did was I took a screen. Well, my colleague sent me a screenshot of Jason's uh, order with his email address, and I did not scan it as thoroughly, so I did not see that his address was actually written very clearly on that screenshot. So I merely posted a reply to Jason that how we got his email address is from here. That this is the order. So my bad, because that contained his address, and he obviously said that over here he actually said, please take my address and info off the internet. All right, and then I straight away said okay, and I've removed his the screenshot that showed his address. So again, that's my bad. That's my bad, and perhaps that's why we don't write comments and discuss openly when this should actually be, in fact, a direct message, right? A DM, so to speak. But it all actually came from this post, which I wrote, which actually talked about please give us up to 4 working days to send a reply if you are emailing us. Okay. Because obviously we appreciate and understand that when I send an email to somebody, I expect a response quite swiftly. But this post was for us to explain to you that we can't do that. We can't reply to you within 24 hours or 12 hours or immediately. We need at least 4 working days because in the inbox, the first one that comes in obviously will be the latest one. But we have got to go and search the past 4 days because we have promised that it, your reply will be given in 4 days. So we are skipping all the latest messages and going straight to the date of the fourth day so that we are replying people who are in the queue at least the latest 4 days. I'm being too long winded here, but basically, what I'm saying is first of all, so Jason, apologies for showing your address online. I've taken it down. And then, but again, the reason why I did that was to show you, to answer your question of, how did I know that that's your address when you didn't have your name on it? Because we have the system that you purchased from us, and we are showing you the evidence. Okay. So anyway, it goes on to say that he will still buy our products, and that it seems like the only way to actually reach us is through our social media, meaning that he was not successful with emailing us, so that he actually uh, wrote comments on the social media and then he got a response, because I was actually at the wheel to respond to Jason. Okay, but I was trying to be clear that actually the way to communicate via email is the correct way for any order inquiries, and his inquiries were order related. He was trying to ask about his cat set order and trying to ask about whether BBTS would carry the bread car, as per what he said. So I'm trying to tell him that no, writing on social media is not the best way to find us to reply to the order inquiries, because order inquiries must be done via email, and that's what we always um, repeat and tell you guys that we need to do this. Okay. So anyway, I'm just telling him that we appreciate your business, but we need to ensure the facts are there, and I can only get the facts by seeing the proof. So finally, of course, Jason mentioned that I'm hell bent on maybe calling him a liar, but that's not what I meant. What I meant was that we have to look at the facts in order to come to the conclusion of the case. So anyway, I apologize to Jason, because all he wanted to do was for me to express, or rather admit, that we are capable of just saying that we missed the email and we're sorry. So I replied to Jason that it's my bad. I missed your email so sincerely. I apologize, and that closes the case for this one, I hope. All right. So there we go. Okay. So you can all go to the Facebook and read that if you want, but I'm just trying to explain that uh, when there is emails that is not answered, it takes 4 days at least for us to answer emails. Okay. Other than that, if you still don't get your replies, then you can escalate it, uh, maybe on Facebook Messenger. And when I see it, I will tell my guy, hey, why aren't you answering this particular person's email? And that's how we got to this point where Jason expressed that he has not gotten his emails answered. I did a quick check, and then we did a quick scan. There was no emails from Jason. And even I had pointed out to Jason when he mentioned, you can see the comments later, right? So he mentioned that he was trying to inquire about the 3 cat sets that he bought. And I showed Jason again on the screenshot that he only bought 1 cat set. So I'm not sure what he's talking about in terms of 3. So whether or not uh, anybody's lying, it all boils down to showing the facts. That's all. All right. So enough of that, and let me get back to here, because I think I wanted to just touch about that a little bit, and then hopefully that has cleared the air, and we can move on. And move on we do with Aku Aku Halu from Ireland. Thank you so much for joining. And medal yellow fish red. What does that mean? Okay. All right. So Gerald got the ramen racer the other day. It's awesome. You love it. Tail lights are out. So tail lights are out. Please do email us, and then we will get you a replacement. Because for the tail lights to be fixed, it involves totally removing the ramen racer from the bottom. You have to really unscrew everything, take it out, and then if you have to have some finesse to actually put the wire back in. So what happens with LEDs not working simply is because the wiring has come off. That's it, right? There's no other reasons. There's no other issues other than the wire that connects to the LED is out. And this happens because of transit. And this happens because at the point of time where the worker placed the wire to the LED with the solder or whatever, it wasn't enough. It was enough at the time of the test, because every single ramen racer gets tested with the cable in to see that the lights are on, that the sounds are on before it gets moved on to the next stage. So we see that every single racer is tested. Now we can't confirm or do tests to ensure that every single wire is adhered or coupled properly. So when things like that happen, we can only conclude that during the shipment of the vibration of transit, it was strong enough to vibrate and dislodge the wire from the LED. So one way is to ask you to remove everything and reattach that wire, but we will be replacing the car instead, right? So that's what we're doing. So please, if you have this issue, email us at sales@ramentoy.com with your order number, again with some pictures to show, and then we can actually go ahead to resolve your issue. All right. Um, Leo Denver, thanks for joining and friendly message. Slacker Hacker, hope to get a Marshall figure. Yes, it's still available. Thank you so much if you want to get it from us. And we have, hold on. Okay, there we go. Got the Ramen Racer as well, but one of the wheels with unpainted spokes. With unpainted spokes. Yes, you haven't got a replacement yet because every single Ramen Racer fault was consolidated, and as of, I believe, end of August, or is it early? Yeah, I think it was middle September. So middle September, we have gotten all these parts consolidated. We've actually shipped all these parts to a facility, one address in the US, and that one address in the US is helping us to dispatch all the individual small pieces to everybody involved, right? So, Alexis, please do wait for your replacement part. And if you haven't got it by, let's say, the end of October, then please email us again and we'll figure out what went wrong. All right. But I'll be confident that Ramen Racer parts would be replaced to customers concerned by the end of October. Hey, Travis, toy kind of mood. I'm getting ready for work, but I want to check in. In fact, check in you do. And I guess you'll be looking forward to that thing in your mail, and hopefully we can hear from you really soon about your thoughts. So yes, I did. You did see me in Bras Basah. Great. I was actually wearing maybe the Ramen Toy shirt. I think, not sure. Alpha Magnus got the Marshall Triple A Triple Plus. Thank you so much. Stratus Ooze. Hi, my Ramen Racer arrived safely. It's a really cool toy. Just wanted to congratulate us for the workmanship. Thank you so much. We appreciate it very much. We are glad that you like it. Waiting for that horse. Yes, indeed. Um, nice gesture. Um, hi. Thanks for all your job. You give us a chance to put some child memories coming back and keep going for to feel this precious feeling. Yes, thank you so much. We definitely really appreciate those kind words, and that's what we do. We want to do something that's different, that invokes the feelings of nostalgia and memories, and that's exactly what we're doing. All right, so thank you so much for appreciating. We appreciate you so much. A contender, thank you. Hey, Suka, um, thank you for that. And I'm working on the CAC 2.0. Once we have something in place, we will let everybody know. Chris says, hey, hey to you as well. Thank you so much. SWAT cats at 112. Wow, okay. We'll leave that for another discussion. In fact, I want to talk about a bit about the trip to Malaysia and some of the stuff as well. Hopefully I can get to that. We're reaching almost the 1 hour mark. And I'm surprised that we have about 129 people in the chat. thank you, right? Thank you so much for joining this impromptu stream. I really appreciate it. Um, Thank you for placing the orders, my friend. Rome Collector for the Raider, the Recoil, and the Metal Black. We look forward to having those out really, really soon. Any news concerning the V homage of Diana? Joseph, yes, we have basically stalled on that for a variety of reasons. We want to basically respect Mr. Kenneth Johnson's email that he said that he will not be granting any permission for us to make this. So if he's already said that, then it's a little bit difficult to move ahead at the moment, but we'll see how it goes, right? Definitely want to do the figure because I'm looking forward to what we can do with this Diana, right? But at the meantime, it's stalled, but doesn't mean it's over because I am committed to making stuff, and we'll see how it goes. Matt Lee, the status of the Motu Heads and Battle Bones. Okay, so Motu Heads, Master of the Verse Heads are in, I would say, in preparation for sales. Again, the team was busy with listing the armored vehicles. Following that, the economical vans, and following that, the Ramen Razor. So to list this verse hits requires some time. Hopefully, it'll be done by the end of this month when we actually also plan to release the various packs for the Ramen Racer, such as the Razor pack. And some of you guys have asked for the totally transparent engine and all these things. So we are looking at how we can conjure up the SKUs in terms of a product to put up for sale so that what you guys want can be bought. All right. So it all takes some time. So please do bear with us. As for the other thing, we have plans. We are looking at another avenue of providing what we have shown. And I can only say that do look out for 5K toys in the coming future. That's all I can say for now. But again, we'll have more information as and when we have it. Okay, but it's definitely still ongoing. Um, Talking about Recon Dune Buggy, Tony, we'll see. All right, we'll see. Not actually my topic of discussion tonight. Hey Lee, what's up? It's also 1 a.m. for you at the time of a message, 12:25. That's pretty late for us. Happy Friday. We're doing well. We're doing well. The uh, EXO squad license. Okay, not something that is on our radar now, but we'll see. The blast effects did not yet fund for the tank, but the tank's pre-order is still going. So as long as we hit 1,500, the blast effects will be made. Otherwise, we will actually look at having the blast effect available for individual sales in the future. Okay. Um, yes, Vex and Toys, we are definitely working on that. Again, just give me some time. It's been quite hectic. Hey, Vern from Oakhurst Studios. Good morning to you. Jeff mentions they got the first round of the black and tiger orange races. What is the difference? So the metal black basically was a product that we heard from you guys that you wanted something that's all black. So the interiors is blackened out versus what we had for the Ramen Racer, and the wheels also are using a black chrome. On the actual sample that we did for the photography, the black chrome was not black enough for my liking. So, as we mentioned, final product may differ from actual photos. We're actually going to make it darker for the final product. And once we have those parts in hand, I will obviously update everybody with pictures so they can see exactly what it is. But basically, the metal black is what you guys have feedback that you wanted something that's all black, like my demo ramen racer that I use for the video is all a simple black piece. But obviously, that is just injected in black plastic. And we're not just going to be doing that for you. We're actually going to do the actual black chrome, and then the interiors are painted black and etc. And also, it straight away comes with the other parts, right? So instead of buying a graphite black before, which is only the car, and needing to buy the interchange packs with the other wheels, the metal black is simply a car that has blackened parts and also inclusion of the option hoods. So it's same but different, but same. So in a sense, you don't have to buy any more interchange packs for the metal black. The metal black's parts are all shown in the product description on our website. All right. Hopefully that clarifies. Um, not sure I got that. Thank you. Yeah, this is actually a licensed Cospa shirt from Japan. Steve's Toys wanted the tank, but not the green one. Okay, that's why we have to maybe look at making other colors available in future. Not sure about Moonshiner figures. I'm sorry. Star Tech. No, I don't think we are doing that. Alpha Magnus generally needed convention space. Okay. Oh, on at a convention. Okay. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. How would the tank drivers be sold? That's the thing, John. We have not yet decided on that, and that's on my part to actually work on making sure we have a plan on having the tank commanders available. So let me have my time to look at it and let you guys know as soon as we decide on how to make it. All right. Bob Franklin, thank you for the kind words on the Marshall. Appreciate it. Handsome Burke, I already placed the order for the Raider version. I hope you can change the side mirrors like how you did for the Alpha version. Um, oof, difficult choice because we have already shown the product with that particular side mirror. I'll have to look to see if that other side mirror is possible. I have to look and see. All right, because it might be quite a you just don't want ramifications, right? If we did that and then everybody's saying, why doesn't it look like the picture? I want a refund and all these things, then I have to oblige and give a refund. So I have to think about it, man, because and it's not as simple as just giving two mirrors because the position of the mirrors are different on the door. All right, there's two separate toolings. The position of the mirror on that guy is different from the other mirror. So it's not as simple as just swapping out parts. It's actually a different position on the door. So it's actually a different part. So I have to look at I have to look at this. Okay, no promises. I have to look at this. No, it's not a tease. It's just I like macros. I like macros, and it's well known in the community space that I started off with very macros stuff, but never got the license other than a short stint with Robotech with Harmony Gold. Never got the Japanese license other than a Wonder Festival exclusive for one day. And of course, another story, you can all Google it, right? The whole Macross community hates me because they think that I'm a bootlegger. I'm a all the worst things that you can think of. I am to the Macross community, right? Because I disrespected the Macross brand, disrespected the Macross IP, did unauthorized, bootleg products, which is not bootleg, by the way. All right. I never do bootlegs. Okay. So, well, that's of course for you guys to decipher, because bootlegging, in my opinion, is getting something and doing a direct copy. That's a bootleg. But if something is not done before, even though it is not licensed, it's not a bootleg, in my opinion. But it could be a bootleg in the legalese of the law because you did not get a license and you're making something of the licensed property. So that's a bootleg. But no, it's not a bootleg. A bootleg is an actual product and you copy it and you flip and you duplicate it. That's a bootleg. All right. So much for the UN Spacey. All right, you guys can go Google it. Right. Yep. Let's see. I am trying to talk about some of the stuff, and I see all the comments. I'm just going to quickly just scroll down on all these so that I can get to talk about the other stuff. So apologies, guys, if I am skipping your comments, which I mentioned. I try to actually read out everything. Um, let's see. Uh, well, there's a lot of comments, guys. So anyway, I want to talk about the last week because we were, in Malaysia, and what happened was I actually went to Hong Kong first for a day, and then I took a flight from Hong Kong to Singapore to link up with the team in Singapore, and then we actually did a road trip up to Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, and that's when we set up the first ever Asia Popcorn, and obviously met Retro Toy Escapades, that channel, Kenneth, in person in KL, and thank Kenneth very much for his time in the 2 days helping us out at the show. Of course, the show was not as busy as we would have expected, but then again, it's a new event, first time ever in Malaysia, so people, uh while the not being busy is understandable, I would say, but indeed, it was but it was good to meet some of the Malaysian customers face to face, shake some hands, and you know greeted the people there. That's fantastic. Obviously, after that, we did a live stream at the event itself, where we quite quickly went through our booth. And yeah, hopefully that you guys can see that video if you have not already, to see some of the sights and sounds that we had in the show. And after that, we went back to Singapore, took a plane up to Shanghai, and obviously I did a live stream there as well. Lots of stuff. I've actually posted most of the pictures on the Ramen Toy fandom page, which I'll just go through. Let's just go through that. Okay. Um, Let me just do this. Is there a lag? Okay. So I'm going to share, I believe this one. Okay. So this is our official Ramen Toy page, a fan page. And in fact, I was actually posting this. All right. It just hit me that, you know, it is so difficult to show everything on a live stream because of so many factors, right? Reception not being good, camera lens not picking up focus, etc., etc. So actually, going to an event would be the best way to experience the event. So we were just toying with the idea of maybe organizing and host a small group. It wouldn't be a huge group, right? Because first of all, I guess it's going to be quite challenging for anybody to make the trip over to Shanghai. If you guys are in the States, then you're talking about at least a 15 to 20 hour journey over to Shanghai. Uh, Obviously, there could be other factors involved. So basically, we're just trying to put something for those who are really serious, right? Those who might really consider going, and we are more than happy to organize something that would bring about some camaraderie, some fans, some collectors that really want to have a look at Wonder Festival. And in fact, if it wasn't what it is today, I would even say that don't bother coming, because Wonder Festival Shanghai actually started, I would say, just by memory, but you guys can always fact check me by doing a Google search, right? I think this is its fifth year. Its fifth year. And the first couple of years was kind of bland, obviously, right? Because people don't really know what it was. And then COVID happened, and that also affected the crowds. But I was actually at Wonder Festival Shanghai in 2020 at the height of the pandemic in October, and I actually witnessed the event for the first time, and I thought it was pretty good. But what I saw today, this time, was even more massive. Okay, so I was only in Wonder Festival Shanghai two times. First in October of 2020, and then in April of 2021, because they actually shifted the dates. But coming back for the first time since then to experience Wonder Festival 2024 was quite mind blowing. I mean, the amount of things that was available there, right? Which I'll just show you guys momentarily, right? Is quite okay. So yeah, I mean, if there is a real, we're looking at real people here, right? So those that are committed to go make the trip, then we are open to actually host you guys, maybe a small group, right? Come over and then look at the event, and you guys can also make your own pictures and your own posts, and really share, not just from my eyes but from everybody else, of what you think of the event, right? So I mean, it's really worth going, in my opinion. And in fact, I think this event is trumping the original Wonder Festival from Japan, because in Japan it's really focused on certain things. And even in my recent Wonder Festival Japan experience, I noticed that there's a lot of vendors who are actually from mainland China, right? But in this particular Wonder Festival, you actually get to see these companies in the flesh, the real big boys, the ones that are doing all these tremendous sculpts. So even this one here, Star Ace, that I was told to check out, is actually a Hong Kong company that has ties with X Plus. Again, I'm not sure why or how they can have two companies doing the same Ghostbusters figures in one six scale, but there you have it, right? So that's what they have over there. And then this uh Ling Ji-hun and Matty Toys making all these tremendous products is also pretty mind-boggling. All right, you have Ninja Turtles in this format. I would say uh, are quite up there in terms of what we're seeing, the physical displays with the best figures in the market. And obviously, this is only for China license. But as we all know, it will always make its way into the states via different channels. But at least this is what they are offering, and not just the Ninja Turtles. But let's see if I can actually get this done properly. But also there is plenty of other products, their own creation maybe, from Matty Toys, like all these that rivals your Mythic Legions, right? Your These are all the I really have no idea what these are, other than they look tremendous, other than they are really high quality, and the paint apps that they have, not to mention the different kinds of materials, some using soft goods, some using metal rivets and all these stuff. So yeah, I mean, this is all there in the flesh to be seen. And if you are there, it definitely trumps any live stream or any photographs. So yeah, we are looking forward. In fact, we are looking forward to be at Wonder Festival Shanghai next year, Ramen Toy, and I think it's just looking bright. The collectible space is just looking so bright, and of course we have other things like uh, this one. It's a I think it's called Python, right? Python, and obviously they have lots of different products there. This figure wasn't on display; it was just a photograph. These are on display, and I think these are actually statues. You can see there's no joints. So again, there is a different crowd: the statue collecting community, the action figure community, but it's all here. It's all here on show. And I guess because these guys may not be in your San Diego Comic Con, so going there would be like the best option to check them out. So, and this one here, like Matt Muse, new company doing like crazy looking Michael Bay style robots. You can see how massive this is, and how intricate the designs are. So apparently these are all upcoming new IPs from the Chinese companies. So really, really interesting stuff to look forward to. Yeah, so these are all on our Ramen Toy official page. So if you guys are not yet a member, you can go ahead to join, and you can always access all these pictures. Yeah. So let me get back to myself here and look at your other comments. I'm gonna just go right at the end, and then from then on, I'll sort of push up. Um, so NVG, was it VG or NG that you mentioned? Phison is a silicon-based action figures. They're not really statues. Oh, okay, understood. All right. Uh, did I check with Storm Collectibles about a new 112 line? No, I did not. My apologies. Yes, Lee, you are the closest to Shanghai, so no excuses for you not to be here. So I definitely want to see you next year. Although it's likely too late for the Ramen Racer variants, would you please raise the clearance in the seats so that the figures in the back can fit their toes underneath? Unfortunately, not possible. Uh, because if the seats are raised, it's a new tooling, and I'm not sure how it affects the current drivers in front, the passengers in front. So unfortunately, I can't do that. Maybe in a future iteration of a retooling that can be done. John Brooks, greetings from Ireland. You pre-ordered two tanks when they were first announced. Is there shipping cost for both? So the shipping costs for tanks are already incorporated at the time of your order. So, for example, if you ordered a tank, you'll automatically see $50 appear as the shipping costs. And if you do order more, the shipping costs would be maybe 90. So it's a bit less. So again, if you're actually ordering more products, you can always email us to get firm confirmation or clarity on what the shipping costs would actually be. Because this is something that I don't have the expert knowledge on. And obviously, it differs case by case, location by location, product by product. So if you have an inquiry that you are not sure, the best thing is to email us. We will find out the answer and get back to you as soon as we can. Okay, so it's quite obvious that if you get two or more, you would ask about if there's any reduction in shipping. And this would be answered to you by my colleague who's handling the logistics. All right. So we'll definitely attend to each and every one of these inquiries so that you guys get the most optimum, because we don't make money on shipping. We are giving exactly what the logistics tells us. All right. Yes, I mentioned this on the earlier part of the stream that we are actually shipping. Same here, we are shipping. Dioramen will be shown at Singapore Comic Con in December. We have sort of sought out what we want to do with the super mask and the mask itself and the street layer and the bottom sewer part. We just now need to finalize certain things. So from now, end of October, November, start of December, we will be able to have the final thing ready on show, and then again another video to show exactly how it is, figures can fit in, etc., and then it will be on show at Singapore Comic Con, and then hopefully by then we'll have pre-order information as well. Um, yes, so I mentioned this. Whatever that is different for parts, we are looking to have them as separate things that you can order so they can mix and match. Other than things that's already colored, like the interior of the ramen racer, you can't really change the color because it's already painted. So other than that, anything else that we can offer as add-on parts that you can put on, we will look to actually have them available so you can actually um, make more of your racer. All right. Thank you, John. Uh, Definitely remember you. I believe you got the aces for your teacher or your good friend. Thank you so much. I just spoke about it just momentarily, Justin, that we'll be having it for display on Singapore Comic Con really soon in December. Hey, Jonathan, thanks for joining the stream. How was Wonder Festival? It was hectic. Okay, and what happened is that I was not having a actual ticket. We were given invitations by the distributor that we are working with in China, and these invitations are in the form of a QR code that you register, and you get a QR code that appears on your phone. Now, this QR code is only valid on the day that they specify for the event. So Wonder Festival is 2 days on the 2nd of October and 3rd of October. We were supposed to be going on the 3rd of October. So when I did the live stream on the 2nd, I was actually using another special pass that they created for me for that live stream. All right. So apparently the invitation was kind of weird in that once you go into the show, you better don't come out, because the moment you come out, and they actually have a big sign that says that it's only a one-time entry, and we actually didn't read the fine print or the big print. So when I was there on the 3rd, as not live streaming, we went in 10 a.m., came out at 1:30 or 2 p.m. for lunch, wanted to go back in to finish up the rest of the floor, and we couldn't, because there you go. It's only a one-time entry. But if you have the actual pass, you can obviously go in. So if we're gonna be doing this group experience, then you'll actually get real passes and not this kind of a crazy one-time only thing. So I actually did not experience the whole event entirely. Oh, in fact, I wanted to show um, the stuff that we got, right? So yeah, so thanks for reminding me, John, how was Wonder Festival. So we actually got this little event guide, right, that showcases the different floors, right? Not floors, the booths. Wrong, the halls, right? So N4 is actually a hall, N3 is a hall, N2 is a hall, and there's N1 as well. And and then what happened is that this little folder has many QR codes, right? You might want to just freeze the video to scan these codes and see what it leads you to. I've not scanned them. I don't know. But apparently Billy here is the organizer, one of the organizer or the sponsors, I think. And then this event guide has some stuff in there which I've not actually seen. Again, I've not had a great overall graphs of the event. I just went there, you know, with the invite pass, so I did not really go and check out all the things. But obviously, you have the whole shebang of the halls. So the hall N4 here shows you who was at the event, right? You have 52 toys, you have Kyoto, Ming, etc., etc. So it's all here, right? So maybe I'll take some pictures and again share it on the Ramen Toy fandom page. So Storm was here, right? You got all these things. So there's lots of big uh, players who are actually at the actual halls. This N2 is the entire hall, and then you get all these individual uh, creators that actually goes onto all those little things. Anyway, so this is the little book, right? That's there, and then there's another little book here which I've not actually seen myself. Or just it's just some do's and don'ts. In There you go. All right, so there's this little book here. All right, and in fact, I actually got something from my only purchase there, which I had to because it was such a good price. Is this? It's actually from Maestro Studios, I think Maestro something Maestro, in conjunction with BBTS, right? BBTS and Fresh Monkey Fiction, and this is actually the exclusive for the show, which I which some of you may know. It might be a BBTS exclusive that was already ran before, because I don't know about this particular figure, but I do know that it is from the Wonder Festival, so I just got it because it's pretty interesting. All right, so that was the experience, and thanks for joining, Jonathan. Let's see, any news on how Makina is going to proceed. So Daniel, we are now still juggling, and we are much more confident now to actually move into making our own IP because of Titanium Titans. We have, Riot Press making the comics, making the story, and then we're making the figures. So we'll do something similar. Uh, might be with a different story creator, but the whole idea is that we can actually develop some ideas to make Machina as our own IP with new characters, new transforming vehicles, etc. Right? So that is that we are working on, and then as and when we have inroads on that licensing front, we will let you guys know. But in the meantime, we can't talk about it because that's part of the NDA, the non-disclosure agreement that we've signed. As for this, we've actually shown the the whoa, I might get demonetized for this. Let's see. Let me just see what I can share here that doesn't demonetize. Um, I am going to just for because you guys are just 100 people here. That means there's only 100 people uh, looking at this, and the fact is that we have pitched this to the agent to help us to get the license, but apparently, currently, the answer is no. All right, because maybe, maybe it is too close to another project that is already in the making, which I can't say because I don't want to get other people in trouble. But I can get myself in trouble. Not to worry. So I believe I'm looking for a video that I can. So this is what we did, right? This is what we did, and we wanted to share it with the licensor. Um, but I guess so. I'm not having the audio, obviously, right? So for those of you who are asking about it, then we'll just share it in this way. So it is something that I've actually shared some teasers here and there on our page because we that's what we do. We share stuff. But this is what the actual thing, you know, was supposed to be. Um, and the idea was to get the license so that we can actually do this. But if the license is not something that we can get at the moment, then we can't obviously do this. We just have to put this thing aside that we've spent a good amount of money to develop, but can't do further. So this is what happens when you develop stuff, just like the figure, Diana. We spend money to develop it, and yet we can't really do anything now. So same thing here for that. We've spent uh, resources and funds to do it, but currently not able to do anything yet. So yeah, so thanks for the comments, right? You would buy that, but it's only if we can make it, right? If we can make it, um, yeah, without sound, you can hear the sound, right? Um, hope not. Hope not. Any plans to for more 80s cartoon toy release? We'll look at into that. We as we are as what you guys say you were making some mark. Hopefully, we can get more people, more referrals to help us to make more connections with properties that can be licensed, etc. Yes, it's frustrating because it's a chicken or the egg thing, right? If you want to ask for something, then they'll ask you, what have you done? Then if we show them what we've done, then they say no, then you can't really do it because it's it's tough, guys. So even that latest comment here, we are working on something, but we want to make sure that it is done right, so we need to wait, you know um but not really a sofu b at the moment, because sofu b is not very challenging, and I don't think we are in that field. We are more trying to establish ourselves as action figure and vehicles. So we'll go from there. And I think this time round, when we oh actually did I should I share? Yeah, I think I should look at this. Hold on. I think most of you have not actually seen what we shared on the. Oh, there we go. There we go. I need to share this. Okay. All right, let's just share this. So one of the booths at Wonder Festival had a lot of vintage toys, right? But they weren't selling it. Obviously, they were actually promoting a book, a publication that had all the vintage toys in the pages. So I did not pick up the book, but I took pictures of what they had on display. And some of you guys may have already seen this on our Ramen Toy official fandom page, but you get the idea, right? They were whatever that you think of, basically, it's there, that they gathered from collectors, I guess, to put up this display. There's even like Hex Hex original toys. um, Brave Star original like toys and stuff like that. So you just go and check out our Ramen Toy official fandom page. You'll see all these there. But what was interesting is the array of GI Joe vehicles that sort of prompted me to think about how we can actually incorporate the idea or the pitch to maybe present ourselves as a potential. I'm choosing my words really very carefully, all right? If you notice, um, to present ourselves as a potential partner to create some of these vehicles if it's not being done or not planned to be done, so that it can be, a license uh, effort to present these things to many of you who I think is wanting these products in 112 and with some modern 80s nostalgia, so to speak. So yeah, so that was what got into my mind the moment I saw these interesting vehicles. Yep, I think that's about it. Okay. All right. Was the book in English? No, the book is in Mandarin. All right. So not exactly, because I think has labs are at a certain price point, and if we are to mention the economical vans, then that's more the direction we're heading. That it is going to be economical versus expensive, and it's just basically trying to fill the gaps, because God knows how long it would take for anyone to make all the vehicles in that format, right? So, um, oh man, all right, okay, guys. I think that is pretty much all I wanted to talk about in this impromptu stream. I really wanted to actually go through as many of the comments as I can individually, but again, it seems like I've lost control of the comments that just whizzed past. And so I do apologize once again for missing out on some of you guys' comments that I didn't read out. If it's something that you really wanted me to address, please mention it again in the comments on the YouTube video after this stream, and I will look into it. Otherwise, I will take a look at all the comments again after the stream is done, and I will just type some replies to whatever that is a question. But that's about it, right? It was good to be back in. It's good to be back in the studio because the camera is clear, the connection is clear, and we were able to talk and clarify any things that maybe just words alone does not convey. So basically, we are in our fourth year, coming to fifth year really soon next year. We are growing. We are thankful that we are growing to every one of you who have contributed to where we are now. And we are looking forward to the next year's calendar. There's lots of shows to attend, lots of products to be delivered, lots of things for us to get R&Ding and prototyping so that the next thing will be available for pre-sale and to showcase out to you guys. It takes time, right? It takes time to develop something, and what I just showed you on my phone took a good part of 6 months, right? um Again, I'm being cautioned that don't show too many things, because if I show it, then others might get the idea. But I don't really care about this, because I don't think that what we're doing would let people want to do it before us. I think there's been enough time that has lapsed that nobody was doing it. That's why we're doing it, right? We're not trying to do the next Batmobile or the next and compete. Again, when I was at the show, I was quite surprised at how many duplicating products there are. For example, you have Prime One Studios making a huge Optimus Prime movie, that thing where he gets his weapons from Dark of the Moon, and you have a new company that's making the whole thing again. Not to say that it's not good, but there's just duplicates, in my opinion. Again, we see another company doing up a Batmobile of some form in 112 scale, albeit a is it 112? I'm not sure if it's 112, a model kit. So there are definitely uh repetition that I see, and what we're doing is not in that line. We want to do things that hasn't been done before. So I'm not too fearful about that, although sometimes by coincidence it does clash. And I wanted to talk about the Macross mention. So there was a question before about doing Macross and Robotech stuff, but I think that, again, that is not something that I see as having a strong following now. For some reason, it's just, even 3.0 making the VF1s seems kind of lukewarm, because when I was taking pictures of that particular 3.0 VF1, I heard people commenting on the back in Mandarin that it is too simple, it lacks detail, it's very bland. And indeed, right, comparing what you're seeing with the other offerings in the show and in the marketplace of really detailed things and mixed materials and coloration, those VF1s just in the whites and the bit of red and blue for Max and Miller just seems very, very uh out of place, so to speak. But then again, that's what they are. You can't really beef up those things. All right. um Playing chess. Okay. Maybe. Niche understood. Thank you so much for all these comments. All right, so yeah, I think that's all I wanted to mention to you guys on this particular thing, and we've reached an hour 50 minutes. Thank you so much for hearing me talk, and I'll be getting back to work as soon as I rest up this weekend. Right, it's a Friday night. It's in fact Saturday morning now at 1:51 a.m. I'll be resting up this weekend, and then come Monday we'll be back to work on all the things that we're supposed to deliver, as well as the things that we're developing. All right, pushing out the Phantom foil, pushing out Great White as we speak, and then whatever else that we're doing for tooling in terms of the armored vehicles, in terms of the vans. We are finalizing and then starting production middle of this month. So I'll give you guys more information on that. So again, follow us on Facebook. I will try to post on IG as much as possible. And then I think I'm gonna maybe have some difficulty doing up the backlog of videos from Japan's Wonder Festival, although I'm supposed to do that. So I'll find some time. But in the meantime, guys, take care, and I will see you guys in the next one. All right? Take care.